Good morning again, everyone. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for spending your Thursday morning with me. This is Carrie calling from the Traverse City office, and we're going to get started now and talk about some wonderful scripts and some resources that our agents have available to them. As Albert Einstein would say, know where to find the information and how to use it. That's the secret of success, and we all want our agents to be successful. So you may have seen the email that went out, I believe last week or the week before, in regards to some scripting that we have been given from the brand that came out of Gen Blue. So it was emailed to just managers and ASCs. It hasn't actually gone out to the agent population yet, but it is in our great and wonderful Schmidt resources, which, in case you haven't been there lately, and you should have been, we do have a great new search feature on there. So if you've not been back and you struggled a little bit with finding things, we did add a search feature. JD and I worked on that, so thanks to JD for getting that on there. And that's making this product even more user-friendly than it already was. So the first place to find scripts for CBX seller leads, for sale by owners, expired, can be found here on Schmidt Resources. And it's a PDF. So if you want to jump into your state, which I believe I was already in Michigan, but of course for you Ohio and Florida and USVI, it's there for you too. And scroll all the way down. It's right here where it says scripts. So clicking on the square will launch that PDF. So it goes through some scripting. It even shows your agents how to react if they have a negative response, right? Sometimes that happens, and that's a lot of times why agents don't want to pick up the phone call because they're scared of what the response might be. So this can give them a little bit more confidence to start making those phone calls. So you can see as you scroll down, it even gives you top 5 reasons why they should sell with Cole Banker and them as the agent. So that's just great elevator speech information so that if they can hone in on this and make this part of their repertoire, then they have something to say on the phone. So you can see there's prospecting scripts, and that says it all right there. You miss 100% of the listings that you don't call. Now we know CBX seller leads don't always have a phone call, but keep in mind we have the internet, so it sometimes can be easy to find phone numbers to make those phone calls. And if not, of course, a lot of the scripting can be put into some sort of mailer, whether it be a postcard or a letter that they can then send out to the addresses that they are getting. So you can see there's a for sale by owner script there. There's even information on how they can follow up. There's expireds, just expired, maybe yesterday, or if it's expired 3 to 6 months ago. So look at all this great verbiage that your agents don't have to sit there and try to brainstorm on their own. Now, of course, these can all be tweaked. We're not saying that they need to use these verbatim, but a lot of agents don't even know where to start. So we now have all this great information that they can go there and find this information and then start building out their own verbiage. There's even one for calling a referral, which that is great information as well. So again, that is found in Schmidt Resources. Pick your region, any region. Scroll to where it says scripts, and it'll launch you right into that PDF. And again, that can be copy and pasted if they're doing any sort of letters. They can tweak it how they want. It's just a lot of great information that's already pre-done for them. The second place they can go, of course, is Zap. A lot of agents don't realize that there is both call scripts and email scripts built into Dash. So what you're seeing now is my built into Zap. I'm looking at the dashboard. So if you go to new.myzap.com, you can find that link via Schmidt Resources as well. If you go to the left and click Manage, you can click on Call Script Library or Email Script Library. So just for example, let's go into Call Script, and it's going to show you all of your options. Now there's 44 scripts, and if you can change that by client type, so say that you want to deal with buyer scripts, you click that to buyer and it filters it for you. To view the script, you just hit the little plus sign and it shows you exactly what that script is. And again, these can be tweaked so that the flow of what the agent is saying sounds more like them and less scripts, but it's a great place for them to start. It helps build their confidence to start making those phone calls. So there's making an offer script, close client check-in. You can see there's all this great information in here. Perhaps they want to work with sellers. There's information on expireds and for sale by owners on here. So again, just one more option for them. If they don't like what the original scripts that I showed you in Schmidt Resources says, they can come over here and perhaps find information in here. It's all about knowing where this information is and how to get to it. So again, this is real easy. You go to Zap, go to Manage, and I'm in Call Script Library. But because we know we have those great follow-up plans, we also have our email script library. So if they're looking for something more for email or for printing letters, then they can come over here and they have all of these options as well. The great thing with the email scripts is we actually have open rates. So it shows which scripts have the most success. So if they're looking for one that actual clients are opening and reading and responding to, they can go by the percentages over here. And of course, these can all be filtered too by client type, perhaps status. We also have author. If they've written their own and they want to go back to what they've done, they can go to me. Of course, the brand has put all of these great scripts in here for them. So that was option 2. We have another option, and that's found in CB Exchange. So if they head to CB Exchange, and again, how do you get there? schmidtresources.com, right? They want to come into CB Exchange, and they're actually going to go to the Springboard, and they're going to find the CBU Learning Center tab. Clicking on that will load them directly into CBU, which if you've not been there lately, it is a complete redesign. It's very user-friendly, and there's an amazing amount of content that's preloaded into here. So just a few things I want to show you. If you're a manager on the call, there is a leadership pathway. There's a lot of great information in here: coaching, mentoring, office productivity, hiring. Lots of great information in here for our managers. Agents would want to head to the agent pathway, and all of the classes that we've offered both live and online can be found in here, and all of the content, all of the instruction books, everything is loaded into this site. So for example, buyer strategies. They can come in here, click on participant materials, and they can download the entire workbook, which I believe is like 100 and some pages. But there's scripts in this thing as well. So download the PDF, which you can see is taking just a moment because it is rather large. And then it's going to go through all the information. It gives them the contents. And you can see all of this great information that's in here. Again, information that can give them the confidence to make these calls. There's best practices. If anybody has ever been through a CBU class, whether it was live or online, you know that they've done these great books that really walks you through and clearly states all of the content. So this is an amazing resource for our agents, and most of them don't know about it. So we're asking you as managers and ASCs to point this stuff out. So going back to the CBU landing page, again, I went to Agent Pathway and Buyer Strategies to get there. But there's business planning, there's Outlist Outlast, there's just all this great content. The last thing I want to show you, and I do highly recommend that you just jump in here when you have a free moment and check out all this information. But I want to show you under Specialized, and it's called the MHG Library. And to be quite honest, I didn't even know this was in here. It's information that the brand loaded up, and I'm not sure if I missed an email or not, but I was unaware of that. So I want to make sure that you know that this is in here. So this is the Miller-Hyman Group Library, and you can see all of these great topics. Coaching high potential, setting the listing appointment, resolving conflicts. There's an amazing portion called negotiating essentials. So a lot of our agents aren't quite comfortable with that negotiation phase. And right now with the way inventory is, we all know negotiation is very important for our clients. So they can come over here, and again, I went to Specialized, MHG Library, select MHG topic. If you click on Negotiating Essentials, it brings you here to this portal. It has your instructor materials, it has learning resources, all of this information. And you can see this term right here, Lunch and Learn. You can pull down this content. It can be great for sales meetings. It can be great for lunch and learns. You don't have to create the content. It's already there. You just have to know where to find it. So again, to recap, and if you have any questions, just type them in the chat box and I'll get to them. But let's recap how we got where we're at right now. We can directly launch, of course, from Schmidt Resources, from Technology. But since I'm already logged in, I'm just going to jump over to CB Exchange. Click on your Springboard. Click on CBU Learning Center. That brings you here to the dashboard. And then Agent Pathway has all this information. And then Specialized has that MHG Library. And again, that's where you can find the content about negotiating, working with listing appointments, prioritizing for productivity. That's a problem for some of our agents, right? They don't know how to prioritize their day. Measuring success. There's all this great content in here for both managers and agents. So I don't see any questions yet. So for those of you that may have called in a little late, I just want to start over here. So we're talking about scripts and where to find them. So that great content that came down from the brand is in Schmidt Resources under the Scripts tab. It simply launches that PDF that your agents can then download or print, whatever they might want to do with it. Our second option was in Zap, and from the Manage tab, they have both options of call or email script. And then of course our last option was found in CB Exchange under CBU. Launches the dashboard, and they can click into any one of these that they want to. And again, keep in mind for those managers on the phone, this leadership pathway here can have great content as well. So I don't see any questions. As always, I thank you so much for joining me on this Thursday morning. This email will be going out to the agents on Monday via Blue Matter. So we will actually attach the script for them and then point out where they can find those other scripts. But keep in mind there's great content on there for you guys as well to share at sales meetings or lunch and learns, whatever it might be. So if you have any questions after the fact, or if you run into any issues with this, please feel free to reach out to me or give me a call or email. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.